So one simple thing that you can do as a self-care practice is really learning how to become present. And this can be really challenging for many of us, especially if we're caught in that cycle of, feeling down, feeling low, feeling like unmotivated, lots of confusion and things going around in our mind. This is a sign of a busy mind, and this is a sign of what we call the monkey mind. We just haven't like calmed the waves of the sea. It's like we're in the storm at the moment, and we need to just learn how to calm the waves. Imagine, I love this analogy, like imagine a crashing sea. They're our thoughts. That's when the mind is like aggravated and just busy. When we can't see down to the bottom, can we, of the sea, when the waves are crashing, we don't have that clarity. But when we can calm the waves, when the storm passes, the waves calm down, the sea is crystal clear, and we can see all the way down to the seabed. And that's exactly what a mindfulness, what a presencing does for us. It really helps us get clarity. It's so hard to find clarity within ourselves when the mind is like, we all know this, don't we? And there are so many tools to help with that. Again, there's lots of ideas in my blog. But being present, learning how to detach from our thoughts, especially when they're, just going crazy, how to connect the breath and the body helps to calm the mind. Just taking a moment, noticing where you're breathing into the chest. Our chest is a very short breath. This is where we breathe when we have panic attacks. We breathe up in the shoulders, in the chest. So we want to lower the breath down into the lungs, maybe down into the tummy. This isn't active breath breathing. This is really observing the breath, becoming more present. And you'll notice that as soon as you just notice the body expand and release as you breathe, all of a sudden, all of the focus comes on your breath, and all of those thoughts, that crashing, noisy stuff going on in your mind, it just goes quiet. And obviously, developing a practice like this, even if it's 5 minutes every morning, has massive significant impact to our mental and physical well-being. So practicing being present is really a great tool. It's a self-care practice, and you can do this at any time during the day. Just take yourself into a different environment and just really come back to your breath. It's so simple, it's so profound, it has such a quick impact. And then it's about learning how to sustain that. That's what's like the next stage, but being present. And we can be present in our everyday activities, rather than just doing things mindlessly, really bringing all of your focus into that one point and really appreciating it for what it is in the moment, in the here and now. What you're doing is you're doing brain gym. Basically, you are teaching yourself how to navigate through the noise and bring everything into one focus. And this is how we start to heal ourselves. It all starts in the mind. So my first tip, and there are more in my blog, but a first example of self-care practice is daily learning how to be present. Yes, it could be meditation, mindfulness, focusing on something and really absorbing everything about what you are doing in that moment, rather than being distracted and flitting around with our mind, because that's the storm. We need to take control of the storm so we can see to the bottom of the seabed. Yeah, so one example of healthcare practice that we can do daily and as many times as we want, literally from a minute to 5 minutes or longer, is learning how to become present and stilling the mind.